Some of you guys might be experiencing a thief in your own lives right now, and that thief is comparison. What's good, YouTube? It's No Limit CJ. Welcome to a new video. Yes, we just went there. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's so easy to look to the right or left and see people just winning all the time on social media, getting their wins, speaking about, oh, I'm this and that, and the music we listen to today. There's just so many examples of people being where we want to be, people having the success that we want to attain, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the biggest lies. This is something that I face sometimes when I feel like I'm not doing my best, or I feel like I'm struggling with confidence, or just being the best I can, because it's so easy to look to the right or left and just see someone winning, or you kind of have the idea like, okay, I have to be successful by the age of 23 or else I'm not really winning. I want to be successful now. So for being real, sometimes when we get in that mode, we can just tend to just get on social media and you just see someone in your circle that's like winning. They got the ideal body, gym body that you want. You know what I'm saying? They got their dream car, they winning, right? You just like, yo, like, where am I at? I'm doing bad. And that feeling of like self-confidence that you had just went away, because now you're looking at what he or she has going on over there. You know what I'm saying? And it's a trap. And you know why it's a trap? Because what you see on the outside of people, what you see on social media is a cropped picture. And this is what I mean. Think about the greatest of the greats, right? I don't know who that comes for you. Let me know in the comment section below who that is for you, right? Let's talk about Michael Jordan, okay? A lot of the people are going to agree that he is the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to start no debates either, okay? But people look at Michael Jordan like he's the greatest basketball player of all time, but you know what his story was, you know what I'm saying? What you saw from Michael Jordan was this right here, you know what I'm saying? This is him winning his NBA championship. But what you didn't see was this: Michael Jordan getting cut from his high school team. Social media and everything we look at today are examples of whoever you look up to. You can only see the present of where they are now, or like where they were, you know what I'm saying, at their peak. But you can't see like where the struggle. You can't see what they've overcome. You can't see the chapter they're on. Michael Jordan, if we're being realistic, you might be an aspiring basketball player watching this video, or anything, right? You're trying to become the greatest you can at this position, or you're just trying to level up. You're trying to get to where you feel like you should be at. But you didn't see the person that you look up to, everything they endured. They're probably on chapter 10 while you're on chapter 1. You're not doing any service to yourself, comparing yourself that's on chapter 1. Maybe you just started doing your business, you just started tackling getting on social media, posting, but you're comparing yourself to another bigger creator. You're comparing yourself to other people that are actually making it happen, but you don't even know that they're on chapter 25. They've been writing their story for a minute, man. They've been doing this thing for 20 plus years, and sometimes we compare to be exactly where we want, or even our friends. I got a story, you know what I'm saying? My boy Jay, we talk all the time. There was a point in time where we both got kind of jealous of each other. Like, so first things first, right? I'm in high school. He's like a year older than me. We both doing YouTube around the same time, posting the same sub count. All of a sudden, my videos just start picking up. Like, I'm just like, whoa, this is crazy. But he got to a point where he was looking at my channel, and he's always been happy for me. Like, I always knew that. I can always feel the energy. He was always happy for me. But there's just some feeling like, you know, like we're, you know, I'm trying to get on too. Like, we all trying to win at the end of the day, right? So I experienced that for myself. And then I want to say 3-4 months after that, Jay, like, he has an explosion. He starts the game off with 4,000 subscribers. He ends up with like 40K at the end of the year. So there's a point in time where he went from 4K to like 10K, and then 20K, and then 30K, all in a span of 3 months. So I'm like, where's, like, what's going on? Like, where's that at for me? You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy for him. At the end of the day, I'm so happy for him. But I noticed that, honestly, I don't even talk about this story like that. Dang. When I realized that he was doing his thing, I almost tried to imitate it. Like, I tried to copy, you know what I'm saying? Copy and paste in a way, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do when we compare. We see the where we want to be at. Maybe that's a friend of yours, or maybe that's somebody else. We want to copy that, and we try to paste it into what we're doing. We try to take what God, you know, he designed Jay to go on this path. So I tried to take what God had intended for Jay and implement it in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, carbon copy, dang near. I was inspired. I'm like, yo, this is cool. I see you. This is actually dope. I love how you do that. So doing that, man, I'm gonna be real, I lost myself. Like, I didn't even know who I was anymore. I'm like, who is the CJ that was posting on YouTube 3-4 months ago? Because I don't even know who I am right now. Like, I look up to Jay, like, that's like big bro, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of lost my identity. I had an identity crisis. I don't even know what I stood for. I'm like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? And part of that process was me realizing, like, dang, like, or even he pointed out too. He's like, yo, like, I noticed that, you know, some things I'm trying to do to stand out, that he's doing himself to stand out different from all the other creators. I'm trying to implement that because it's working for him. And the point I want to make here is that sometimes we try to take what's working for other people into our own lives, into our own hands. Or maybe you see what other people got going on and they're winning, and you think that you have that standard for yourself. That's a very dangerous space to be at, man. I didn't even know who I was for a point in time, and yeah, comparison is real, bro, because it's one of those things. You could be happy for somebody in their achievements, but it can really make you feel like you're not doing good enough. It makes their grass look greener when you have grass too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's literally what comparison is. You could really forget and lose sight of what God has intended you to be. Like God has an intention for every single person watching this video and everybody that lives. And sometimes you can take your eyes off what he actually has intended for you and look at what somebody else is doing, and you try to carbon copy it. You try to literally take a screenshot of their life and cut out every single trial and tribulation they face, and you're only screenshotting and having in your frame what they actually have going on, of how successful they are, of how good they're actually doing, how good they look like they're doing. But the craziest thing was, Jay told me that he wasn't even happy with himself. And Jay, I'm not trying to like, you know what I'm saying, but that was the most biggest like humbling moment in my life, because like it's like someone that I'm looking up to in a way, someone that I'm inspired by and want what they have in some type of way, right? I found out that they're actually going through it on the inside. Social media, you can only see this. You can only see this right here. You don't even know what's going on in my mind. You don't know what's going on in my heart. You don't know what's going on in my everyday life, because I don't have a camera following me. You know what I'm saying? So it's real, right? Sometimes we want what people have, but we don't know what they actually had to face. Michael Jordan, he's one of the greatest basketball players of all time, but did you know he got cut from his high school team? Did you know Michael Jordan missed over 9,000 shots in his career? Did you know he missed 26 game winners? Did you know he lost his pops to gun violence in the year he won the chip? The person that you look up to or maybe compare yourself to has a success story. It wasn't always green on their grass, bro. It was a lot of pain and rain and just thunderstorms, the storms that we thought we'd never get through. So when we compare, we're basically saying, I want what you got, but I don't want like the nonsense that you had to face. All these things shape you into the person that you are today, you know, the person that God formed you to be. He has all these obstacles that we go through, like the ups, the valleys. It's a part of our story, a part of our journey. And when we compare, we're basically saying, I want your ups and downs. I want everything you have to endure. And you're not doing yourself any service, because God has an exact plan that he's going to put you through, good or in bad, you know what I'm saying, good ups and downs. That's going to help you to become the person that he wants you to be, the person that he needs you to be, okay? Pressure that we have to face, especially in today's day and age. You would have thought that you had to be rich by 25 or else you're not winning. Like I'm telling you, that's probably like the memo that a lot of people face. I gotta be rich by this age. I gotta know exactly what I'm doing. But I know 40 and 50-year-olds that still don't even know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And part of that is because no one knows God's plan. It's unfathomable. I can never tell you what his plan is for you, nor myself. And we can make all these plans we want. I'll have some scriptures talking about this on the screen, but we can make all the plans we want, but God's going to direct that at the end of the day. He knows what those things are. Comparison is a thief of our joy, and we cannot have that in 2024 or the years to come. You know what I'm saying? I just want to inspire you guys too, because God's intentional. He doesn't put you to these things, or he doesn't have you where you're at for no reason. He's probably working on something behind the scenes so that he can accelerate you. Like no cap, that's how we move. I couldn't tell you exactly what that is, but I do know that he's cooking up something for you right now, and you should feel safe and confident in that. The scripture I want to read with you guys today is Jeremiah 1 verse 5. It says, "Before I made you in your mother's womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I chose you for a special work. I chose you to be a prophet for the nation." And this right here, God is talking to a young Jeremiah. He's a teenager, by the way, for some context. He's a teenager, and God's telling him, like, I knew you before you were born. This is the same God that lives today. So he's telling you in this video, I knew the plans for you before you were even born. I knew you before you were even born. All right, so don't feel like you have to have everything figured out. I got all the plans that I have for you already mapped out. Just trust me with it, which is hard to do so if we're kind of distance from God. So if any advice I can give you is try to get closer to him, try to figure out how to connect with him, because you will really feel he'll feel more trustworthy. Okay, he'll feel more trustworthy in your life. He's not going to put another person on the path that you're taking. You might notice that your journey might look like a little like, you know, forward and then stopping. You stop for a little bit and you go. Like maybe you're going after your dreams and you notice that, dang, I might have to take 2 years off college, or I'm not feeling college. Maybe this isn't gonna work out. I don't know. Like any doubts that we face, comparison might not even be like, oh, I want to be like them, but it could be subconscious, right? It could be like, dang, well, you know, I should have everything figured out by 22. Why? You know what I'm saying? Probably because your friend over there looks like they have everything figured out. They look like they're successful and winning. Everybody's figuring out how they can get better every single day. Everybody's figuring out how they're gonna navigate in this next step of life. No one can like mentally prepare for like what God is gonna do. Like, you can't be like, oh yeah, I know in 2 weeks he's gonna do this. Like, you can't really do that, you know? But here's what you can do, okay? Keep excelling, keep growing, keep sharpening your skills, keep getting better at what you're doing right now. Because when God calls you higher, when he brings you up to where you're trying to be, you'll be already prepared because you can manage it a little. It's principles. A lot of the Bible is principles. So if you can manage a little bit, if you can manage what you have right now and watch over it, like you have everything figured out, God's gonna help you level up to get to the point where he can give you more. That's the preparation process. You start with a little bit and then it becomes a lot. If you love God, God is so many scriptures about it. God works for the good of those who love him. You know what I'm saying? Romans 8:28. Just trusting the fact that you keep doing good in what you have right now. Even if you might not have it all figured out, and that's okay. Keep doing good in what you got right now, and his goodness is gonna follow you. He's gonna bless it. But it's important that we're intentional with where we are right now. Just know, if nobody told you this week, you're doing amazing. You're killing it. Keep doing your thing, and I'm proud of you. You might be busy counting what everybody has, like their car, all that. But look at what you have. Look at yourself 5 years ago and compare yourself to now. Would you think you would be exactly where you were? Probably not. Love you guys. Hope this video spoke to somebody today. You guys have an amazing day and the rest of your week. I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.
I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Hopped out the whip, I was made for this. Why would I believe a lie when I was made for this?